Hi, everyone. This is Tammy Pastor, and I'm really excited because today we're going to be touching base with Adam Bricker. And I've known Adam for, I don't know, several years now. And he's one of these really creative people who is always like on the leading edge of digital marketing and technology. That's why I wanted to invite him to the show today. He's the CEO of Atom, or ATOM, like Connect, and he helps people like me, authors, entrepreneurs, professionals, uh, you name it, people who need to be found, seen, and heard. He helps them get out in front of their ideal audience, their ideal client. So, with that, I'll go ahead and say, hey, Adam, tell me a little bit more about Adam Connects and what it is, and more importantly, what it can do for people like me and our listeners.
Thanks, Tammy. Happy to be here with you today. And just like the atom is the building block of all elements of the world, at least that's what they taught us in science class. It's about it's about connecting. How do the atoms connect to create hydrogen and helium and oxygen? Well, what I've done is I realized that in order to grow a business, you need to be connected. You need to be connected to your suppliers. You need to be connected to your coaches. But most importantly, you need to be connected to your clients. And where are clients these days? Well, I have to tell you, Tammy, when I talk to a coach or an entrepreneur and I ask them this one simple question, what percentage of your clients have a cell phone? The answer is always 100%. And how many of those people carry that smartphone with them every single day? The answer again is 100%. So in order to be connected, what we do at Adam Connects is we figured out we have to put your brand in their hand. And that's how we connect everybody. The other part of the question you asked is, what does it do for people? It gets people more prospects. And then I team it up with a text messaging system that gets people more leads, and then more conversions, more clients, more revenue, more profit. And when that all hooks up, a much better life.
It's funny when you were talking, because of course I was thinking, yeah, some people take that cell phone with them literally everywhere, 24 hours a day. And I mean, I've even caught myself, I'll be in bed and I'll roll over and there's something, hitting me, and I find out that it's the stupid cell phone because I, for whatever reason, took it with me, and I actually turned my ringer off, but I noticed that my text messages still ding.
Yep.
So that means that I automatically will go check out a text message, but I don't want to hear the ringing of the phone. So that really is interesting. So how long have you been doing this? And if somebody, let's say they've already got a website, or they've already got all these marketing materials already, how is this going to help them more than what they've already got?
Two great questions. I've been doing this literally for 27 years. And as you sit back and realize that we don't have the technology we have for 27 years, well, 27 years ago, I sold business cards door to door. And that's how it all started. It was really a passion of mine when I was a kid. I used to collect the paper business cards. And I help businesses grow through their business cards. And over the years, it's evolved. And now it's evolved into a digital business card with so many more benefits. When we assemble everything together, we call it the ultimate digital branding toolbox. So no matter what you're using in your digital branding, it goes in the toolbox. Could be like we were talking about, a digital business card. could be videos in the toolbox. It's a tool. Any tool that you're using, testimonials in the toolbox. A lot of speakers and coaches have giveaways in the toolbox. It's a payment portal. It's a opt-in system. Whatever it is that you're using for marketing goes in the toolbox. And that's the meat of what we do, is we assemble it all in one spot. The vast majority of our clients do have websites, do have branding. They're the easiest people to work with. They're the easiest people to increase their revenue. We do work with some startups. We do work with people who don't have websites. And in those conditions, we serve as their website as they're growing. As they make their first $250,000, we do a really good job as their portable website. Once they get bigger, once they're on that road to $1 million, we're the company that drives traffic to their existing website.
So how does it drive traffic to the existing website?
So everything on the internet is connected, hence Adam Connects. So we connect to their websites. Most dynamic websites don't have just one page. So if we're talking about somebody's particular coaching service, we may go to that exact page. If we're talking to an event, we may push to that exact page. We couple the toolbox with a text messaging program. So when we send text message drip campaign messages to their clients, their prospects, and everybody, we literally can send the link to any URL. So it not just their website, but their Facebook, their LinkedIn, wherever the information is that they want traffic, that's where we push the traffic to.
Wow. So it's interesting because you said that you've been doing this 27 years marketing. You started out with business cards. And it's interesting because I know for a fact that I've gone to events, collected business cards, put a rubber band around them, and with every intention of calling these people or inputting their information into my auto response system. So how do you use Adam Connects? Like if you're going to live events or you're meeting people, where you going to collect that information? Is it hard? Is it easy?
It's ridiculously easy because we don't want a card in our hand. We want the information in our phone, because you just talked about it. How do you put it in? So every Adam Connects digital branding toolbox gets paired with texting. So anybody watching now can pick up their cell phone and text Adam, ATOM. It's a one-word message to this number, 855-476-4845. When they text that, they get my brand in their hand, and their phone number is automatically added to my database, to my active mobile marketing campaign. Now, each card has a opt-in feature as well. So that collects their name, their phone number, and their email address. So that's an easy way to do it. So if you're presenting on stage and you say text Anna, 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 to 855-476-4845, you're going to get Anna's card. And it's so easy. If you have a PowerPoint, you put it on your PowerPoint. If you're selling from the back of the room, not only do you have that information on the table, but you can print out a QR code. Some people use it, some people don't. A year ago, it was a disaster in the technology world as far as we were concerned, but so many restaurants are using it in place of menus during COVID that people got used to it. So you print up a QR code, you scan it, and boom, your brand pops up in their hand. So in those three levels, it's really, really simple to put people into your database without having ever to touch their business card.
Yeah, QR codes have been around a long time.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them in airports all over the place. And then it was like all of a sudden you didn't see them. And of course, I haven't traveled since COVID, but it does make sense that when you're trying to do hands off things, that a QR code could make a lot of sense now. And, almost people get forced to adopt certain techniques because of health concerns and different things like that. So if you, Adam Connects, we've heard in the real estate terms, location, location, location. What does that mean with Adam Connect?
So that's great. The old adage was for real estate, where do you put your store? You put your store where people are. That's why the growth of malls across the United States and literally the rest of the world was so powerful, because your store can be where people are already going. Okay. So what has replaced that, especially during COVID times where we're going out less? 2019, the cell phone passed laptops and desktops as the most prominent way to order things online, go to social media, and surf the website. So the cell phone, the smartphone, is in everybody's hand. We already said that earlier. 100% of your prospects have one. So where does your message need to be? In front of their eyes. So that is the new location, location, location. You get your message in their hand, then that way they can connect to your brand, buy your merchandise, buy your services, sign up for your programs. But the bonus, one click of a button on an Adam Connects card, and you could share your card with anybody via text or via email. So how do you get your best clients? By referrals. We call that word of mouth advertising.
Yes, word of mouth.
Word of mouth, yeah.
I do. It's funny because obviously there's these different groups of people, but the truth is, depending on the demographics, and I'm probably a rare person, I still prefer my big screen 27-inch computer, and I use a Mac just because I can see, because I have an iPhone that is not the greatest, level 12. I think I'm at level 6. So my phone is very small. So I'm like, oh, I can't see it. But I watch people, and you're absolutely right. The majority of people are doing business on their phone. That they literally, they get text messages. Rarely do they actually speak on a phone. They prefer the literal text message, and then they will click the button and go, like you said, they'll go do sign up for things or pay for things all on their phone. And many phones now are set up with different pay portals, where you can tap it. When, if you're going through like Starbucks or something, they have a tap feature so that you can actually pay for it. So like I said, when I introduced you, I think you are always on the leading edge of the way marketing is going. And it just seems to me like Adam Connects, it's literally like put your clients in the palm of your hand, or
Yes.
you put yourself in the palm of your client's hand. So I can actually see that happening. And I can also see, I do a lot of podcasts, like this show is a podcast, and I could actually see where using your Adam Connect system would be a really great way to capture leads and new clients and customers from podcast appearances. Because you, like you said, you gave people your, you said to text Adam, ATOM, right? To a number. And that's something that people can actually see. So back to the text messaging, for anybody who maybe they don't quite know how it works, tell me more about keywords and how to use the text messaging system with Adam Connect.
Absolutely. You mentioned I was on the forefront of technology. So, and understand I have the latest and greatest phone that I use over here, but we also test it out on older phones. We're always making sure we do what we want. We're not going back into the world of flip phones. But nobody's using flip phones anymore. So text messaging is real simple. You do it every day. Everyone listening to this podcast sends text messages every day. And whether it's through your phone, through Facebook Messenger, however it might be, these messages are landing with people. So we found a way to send non-intrusive text messages to people who opt in. Now, I want to make that clear. There are stringent rules from the governing bodies that we adhere to. So we don't allow anybody to deviate from those rules inside our system. And what we do is when somebody opts in through a form or text messaging, when they text Adam to 855-476-4845, they're going to get a simple text message. It has a link in it. The link brings up my card. When somebody texts me or one of my clients, they're going to get 3 messages. One immediately, one the next morning, and one 2 days later. So we have that 3-message introduction. Then through the back office, we have text messaging campaigns. And I have clients who set that up 13 weeks in advance. Okay, it's automated. It makes your life easy. If you are somebody who knows how your company's going, and we teach people how to do a rotation between information, entertainment, education, and then promotion. So you're not always selling, you're providing added value to your clientele. You can send everybody in your back office the same message, or you can split it up between prospects and existing clients. So either way, we're giving them the right message. It's on an automated basis. And the one thing we don't do, Tammy, is we don't give people an empty shell. It's not do it yourself. And we can't possibly think we can do it without them. So it's not done for you. We have a complete done with you system where we integrate the best techniques from texting, the highest conversion rates from marketing with the information they have from their proprietary business. And we work together to collaborate these great messages that we send out 9 to 13 weeks in advance, and you don't have to touch it from there.
So I was actually thinking about that, about your done with you, because I think that's where many people get stuck. They'll go, yeah, this system sounds great. I can really use it. And then they get it. And then they go, uh-oh, I don't really understand how to do it. And so they need that done with you. Is that part of, does everybody get that service, or is it part of, are there different levels in Adam Connects?
So that collaboration element's really important. You can know your business inside and out. And if you don't understand the texting format, which is limited to 160 characters, you can put out a very unproductive campaign. So we have different levels. The one we work with the most right now, we call it the nucleus. It's our inner circle. And what else would you call the inner circle of an atom but a nucleus? That's for all our science fans out there. And we work with those people. We collaborate with them, and we use the mastermind principle presented in Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I don't know if your viewers are familiar with it. If you're not and you're in business, I highly recommend that to understand that collaborative model. But we use that model. We have weekly mastermind meetings through our inner circle. And once they're with us for about 8 to 10 weeks, it's really clear what their messaging format's going to be. But at the beginning, it's very much a hand-holding process for us to learn them and them to learn the system. And once they start generating revenue from the system, it's easy to keep moving forward.
So so you do have that mastermind or the collaboration. I wanted to make sure everybody understands about the key words. Like you said, text the word Atom, ATOM, and then you gave the phone number. So is Atom the key word?
Yes, the word Atom, ATOM, is the key word to get my card. If you want to reach Kevin Parker, who's on our virtual book tour, the word is winning. And each client has a different word. We manage hundreds of words right now. As a matter of fact, we're looking at the milestone to reach 1,000 words really quick. That's the growth of our business right now. And something that you identify with, something that other people identify with you. We have words like love and kindness. We have author, we have book. There's just a wide variety to get the people. And we teach our clients how to get people there. It's a skill that I say text Adam to 855-476-4845. If I'm one-on-one or I'm on stage, I know the challenges people are facing in doing that. Not everybody knows how to bring up that part of their cell phone. We teach you how to walk people through that. It's a 3-minute scenario to learn it. Once you learn it, it can be delivered in a methodology that gets somebody who's never met you before to know you, like you, and trust you in that little bit of time. They're doing what you tell them to do. The final result is your face shows up on their phone. And that instant, we've studied this. This is my favorite part of the business. It's a literal connection of trust between two people. And they walk away, they have your picture in their hand, and you have their phone number in your database.
That I had a question because you talk about that most of your clients are coaches, authors, speakers, and healers. But from a local business perspective, could this also work for a local business, say a lawn service or those type of businesses in a local community?
So absolutely. Absolutely. We have some geo-targeted clients, and anybody who's in lawn or pool maintenance or roofing, anything to do with a home, we collaborate those with local realtors. And we teach the realtor how to be the source of trust in the area. You need something for your home, call me, or better yet, visit my card. And we put together what we call preferred vendor directories. And those preferred vendor directories will have that the landscaper, the person who does flooring, the remodel, or the general contractor, everybody listed on one. So we're not just creating a direct link to that retail business, but we're connecting them with everybody else with shared clients, shared prospects. The person who needs a plumber is as likely to need an electrician or a flooring guy in the near future. So we do that collaboration on the cards through a preferred vendor directory. On the other side, on the retail side, if you have a cash register, people are walking up in a line, we'll give you the printed document that you could print out right there that says, text my keyword, text ice cream to 855-476-4845 for bonuses and discounts. Now that ice cream shop's going to send out a message once a week to entice people. Could be a coupon, could be an award they won, whatever it might be to entice people to come into their store.
Well, that's a really good idea for local marketing because I've driven up to some of these franchises and they'll do that, get a free hamburger by texting something to a number. But for the average mom and pop business, many of these people don't realize that they have access to something where they can be doing those same type of campaigns using Adam Connect, for example, that I can see where anybody could, have a nice marketing campaign and literally turn it on like an ATM, turn on and off your marketing campaigns depending on, let's say it's slow, you could actually go, oh my goodness, it's slow today. So you could, go, I'm going to go into Adam Connects and send everybody on my list a message, just say, hey, we have a special, free milkshake or free drink with your order or whatever it might be. And I bet you could get some traffic coming into your business just by being a little bit creative, no matter what type of business you have. And then you mentioned the realtors or real estate professionals. I could see where them putting together that preferred vendor, it makes them the hero in town. And not only do people go to them about real estate, but they go, oh yeah, that real estate person told me about, the best lawn guy or the best painter or something like that. So I can see that you can really grow your credibility and your authority using Adam Connects. And that's what I'm all about, is, that growing that authority footprint that people want, because I can really see all of the creative ways that you can use your tool and your phone. Like you said, 100% of people have a phone, and people do answer those text messages, because I at least look at them, even if I don't necessarily click on them. But if it is something that I'm interested in, I definitely will read it and open it, because your text message, you can actually typically see a few lines without ever opening it. And some people like mine, it will ding or ping if a text comes in. So I can see a lot of value to using Adam Connects just in general, for no matter what your business is, local or national or statewide or international, whatever that may be. That's pretty interesting. So Adam Connects, if somebody wants to reach out to you, what is the best way? I know that you put your Adam Connects up on the screen, and I'll be quiet for a second so you can talk about it.
It's really simple. I walk the walk. I'm a living, breathing example of how to use the digital branding toolbox. You text the word Adam, ATOM, to 855-476-4845, and it gives you a direct connection to my card. It puts my card in your phone. Everything to connect with me, whether you want to use a form and send me info about your company, an email, a text message, they're all available with one click off the phone. And if you have another minute, I'll tell you how effective the text messaging is for those restaurants.
Yes, definitely tell us.
So we had a team of 4 restaurants using our text messaging that we set up for them. And every single week they got back to us with an extra, with a special they were doing. They never gave us anything in advance. It was, on Monday, here's a message. Then in December of 2019, we didn't get a message. And so on Tuesday I called, hey, I didn't get your message. Adam, we're facing a little bit of a difficulty. We don't think we're going to put a special out this week. A lot of our employees are college-based, and they're taking the winter vacation off, so we're really short-staffed. I said, are they coming back after break? Well, I'm not sure. We might have to hire some new people. I said, instead of a special, why don't we put out a help ad? Say, we need pizza makers and we need managers at all 4 locations. They got 17 inquiries in a day. 17 inquiries. They ended up hiring 12 people, and they were back to running a special the next week. It's that effective. And because they interact with us and it's a done with you project, they wouldn't have thought to do that unless they talked to our team. And so it's just a really effective way to use text messaging, and people see it. if they don't act, it still puts you at top of mind. They might not need the plumber next week, the week after, 2 months later, 3 months later, but all of a sudden, you know how it is being a homeowner. All of a sudden you need a plumber when you didn't plan to need a plumber. Well, oh, that plumber texts me all the time. Where is it? Boom, boom, call. And it works that easy, keeping relevant and top of mind.
Wow, that is really interesting. And the hiring concept actually is a really good idea, because right now all of these employers are saying, hey, we need help. And why not send that message out to all of those people who have been coming into your establishment, because they would be the best people to work with you if you're looking for help, because they already know, like, and trust and love your product if they've been to eat. And you're absolutely right about being top of mind, because the other day, for example, I needed a septic system pumper. And the only reason I called the people I did is because they happen to be my neighbors up the road, and I drive by and I see SOS septic all the time. And so who did I call? It was the SOS people, because I had seen their, truck out in front of their house for years. And so they were at the top of mind when I knew I needed that service. And the nice thing about them that I also liked, like you, is I called them first and I said, well, what do you think the problem might be? If this happens. And so they were really nice, and they were like, oh, well, it could be this, this, or this. And so of course I, decided, well, come on out, because it sounds to me like it's been a long, long time since this was serviced. And sure enough, that was what the issue was. So you're really right about that. And again, I love that word of mouth, because everybody knows, word of mouth, referrals, the human interaction. And this is about as close as you can get to having a human interaction in today's world. And like you said, if you put your videos into your Adam Connect system, and then people can watch your videos, there you go. Because that face-to-face online is as close as you can get to having that face-to-face communication. But the videos really do help you to form that connection, the know, like, trust factor that everybody talks about. And in marketing, being in the palm of somebody's hand is, I would say, is, like you said, location, location, location. It's really important. So again, as we wrap up, Adam, is there anything that you'd like to add that people might, want to know that maybe I haven't asked you?
The most important aspect of my business, bringing in new clients right now, is we have a program where we guarantee them revenue. Guarantee our program. What marketing company guarantees their program? We guarantee you that if you engage in our Inner Circle program, you'll receive $40,000 of revenue. Now, how do we do that? Well, it's real simple. We start them off for $1,000, and $1,000 we build everything out for you. We set up the campaign with you. Okay, we teach you how to use it. We invite you into the mastermind. That's only $1,000 out of pocket. Your second $1,000 is due once we've helped you generate $10,000. So you're paying us with the money we're making for you. Then it gets even better, because the last $2,000 isn't even due until you've generated $40,000 of revenue. Obviously, you're going to be working with us. It's like we have an equity share in your marketing department. You're going to have to qualify, so there's an interview process. But if that's something that anybody's interested in, really putting a guarantee on on their on the revenue that they'll be making, it's text Adam to 855-476-4845.
Wow. So everyone, you just heard it here that you are guaranteed that you don't pay anything until you've made these you pay your $1,000 to get everything set up. But after that, then Adam's company and all of his people who are helping, they're helping you to become successful. And that's a pretty interesting guarantee when you think about it, because, you know, $10,000 of revenue, you're literally giving another $1,000. So that's 10%, right?
Correct.
And of course, by the time you get up to $40,000, and that's another 20. So I don't know what the percentages, but I can see where that could really be a very powerful motivation for Adam Connects to help you to become successful. And of course, if you are an author, a speaker, a coach, or any local business person who's looking for a way to literally put yourself into the palm of someone's hand, you know, with the phone, that really sounds like something that you could do. So Adam, before we go, if you could repeat how people can get in contact with you, and you can put that visual up on the screen, I'd really appreciate that.
So for me, it's simple. You grab your cell phone, you send a text message. The text message goes to a very special number. That number is 855-476-4845. And you send a one-word message. And that one word is Adam, A-T-O-M. A-T-O-M to that number will get my brand in your hand.
Okay. A-T-O-M.
Yep. And you just mash that send button, and you should have a text message right on your phone. And you mash on the link in the text message, and that puts my card right up there.
Cool. Hey, I did it.
It's that easy.
Everyone, it's that easy. Just type in that number, Adam, T-O-M, A-T-O-M, and you are connected, and it's literally in a few seconds. And not only can you connect to Adam that fast, but that is how fast you could connect to your clients and customers. So that's really exciting. So everyone, I really like to say thank you to you, Adam, for all the great information. And everyone, tune in again, and I'll have another fascinating guest. And meanwhile, we've been speaking with Adam Bricker, CEO of Adam, A-T-O-M Connect. So thank you, everybody, and go make it a beautiful day.